Sheriff. Good morning, everyone. It is 9 a.m. on August 11th, 2025. We're going to call the regular Commissioners Court meeting to order. And first item on the agenda will be a prayer and pledge of allegiance.
Now let's pray. Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for the blessings. Father, we still want to remember those in the hill country and the challenges that those courts are having up there, as well as those people that have lost loved ones and all the things they have going on. We just lift that up to them. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, next item on the agenda is public comments. Do we have anybody for public comments this morning? Second call for public comments. Anybody wish to speak to the court? And last call for public comments. Okay, being no public comments, item number 4, Ronald Rocha and myself discuss take appropriate action on a request that Atascosa County enter into an order approving a private sale pursuant to Section 34.05 of the Texas Property Code of certain real estate property previously struck off the taxing authorities and trust pursuant to Section 3401 of the Texas Property Code for delinquent ad valorem taxes assessed to said property described in Exhibit A. Good morning, Mr. Rocha.
Good morning, Judge, County Commissioners. What I have today is tax suit 1912 1100 CPA. The property had delinquent taxes. Lawsuit was filed against the property and others.
Now go ahead.
Good morning, County Commissioners, Judges. What I have today is tax suit 1912 1100 CVA. The property owner had delinquent taxes. We filed a tax lawsuit. A judgment was entered against the property. The property was set for sale on November 1st, 2022. There were no bidders at the time. The minimum bid was $4,440. It was set for sale for the adjudged value, which means the taxes were more than what the value of the property was. The property was struck off and being held in trust by the taxing authorities. You can see on the maps that's located on the property, the city of Jordanton is interested in the property. It's a piece of small triangle. Last week they approved to bid on the property for $500, and now the next process is get approval from both the county, which is today, and if approved, I will go to the school district tomorrow night for approval. Now, once it is accepted for $500, they will have to pay the $500 plus some post-judgment taxes for tax year 2022, totaling for all jurisdictions $213.87. If approved, it then becomes tax exempt. And if you look at the property on the maps, the size of the property, see, I got it right here, is a small triangle in the corner at 1,267 square feet. Is considered a commercial lot. There's not much use for that small property. If you look on the map, between Main Street and 97. And so I'm here today to see if you would approve the sale to the city of Jordanton for $500. There's also a colored map to give you a better idea of the location of the property.
Move for approval.
Motion made by Commissioner Gillespie.
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner Bowen. Is there any further discussion? So once the school board approves it, it'll be effective immediately?
It will be effective for them to pay. Then I'll prepare the deeds and so forth, and then they'll get transferred over to from entrust to specific to the city of Georgia, and they will be responsible for that.
Okay. Any further discussion? All those in favor? Commissioner, 4? Okay, 4 votes for. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Item number 5, Judge Dillingham discuss and take appropriate action concerning personnel. Existing employee Shelley Hafer, position Assistant Court Coordinator, pay rate $26.63 an hour. Salary budget area is 043-400-403. Start date will be August the 11th, 2025.
Judge, I'll present
Yes, ma'am.
for her. This is just, she had an individual retire, so there was a position open. So she's just moving one of her existing employees up to that position.
Okay, motion made by Commissioner Riley, seconded by Commissioner Gillespie. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries. Item number 6, Fire Marshal Ronald Sanchez discuss or take appropriate action to adopt an order restricting outdoor burn ban, effective August 11, 2025, for a period of 60 days or until October 10, 2025, and allow the fire marshal to end the burn ban without returning to Commissioners Court for approval when the fire marshal determines that the circumstances presented in the unincorporated areas of the county no longer create a public safety hazard that would be accelerated by outdoor burning. Good morning, Chief.
Morning, Judge. Morning, Commissioners. Seems like every time we do this, it rains within a week, so let's keep our fingers crossed.
Come back every week.
But, yeah, it's pretty dry. We had a lot of green grass, but it dried up fast, and we're starting to see an increase in grass fires, so I recommend that we pass the 60-day burn ban. It'll expire on October 10th unless we get a substantial amount of rain beforehand.
Motion made by Commissioner Riley. Seconded by Commissioner Pavelic. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Item number 7, Kathy Sider, discuss and take appropriate action to approve the order of elections. That will be on November the 4th, 2025. Kathy couldn't be here and asked me to present it. She's in conference, so we need action on this.
So moved.
Motion made by Commissioner Gillespie.
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner Bowen. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries. Item number 8, Sheriff Guerra, discuss and take appropriate action concerning personnel. Is it Chin Han Wang?
Wang, yes, sir.
Why can't we just call him Bill Smith? Deputy Sheriff, pay rate would be Tier 2, $27.70 an hour, 86 hours fluctuating, $120 a month uniform allowance, Senate Bill 22 eligible. Incentive pay, 90-day county probation, 1-year agency probation. Salary budget area is 012-440-410, and the start date will be August the 18th, 2025. Physical and drug test complete. Sheriff?
Yes, sir. This is just filling an empty spot I have, which after him, these need one more, so we're getting full staffed.
Motion made by Commissioner Pavelic.
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner Riley. Is any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries. Item number 9, Sheriff Guerra, discuss and take appropriate action for approval of the MOU for communication and coordination between Charlotte ISD PD and Atascosa County Sheriff's Office. Sheriff?
Yes, sir. I was approached by Charlotte ISD in reference to, they're trying to get together a police department for their school district, and this is part of it. And this will, under their request, this would allow me to work any major felonies that happen on school district property. And I've agreed to, with y'all's permission, agreed to take on the responsibility. They're gonna probably have a one-man department. So I ask that y'all approve this so I can help the school district out with any kind of major crimes that happen on school property.
Is there a contract that's been to the attorney's office?
It has been.
Oh, that's right. I read it last night, I'm sorry. Stupid me. Move for approval.
Motion made by Commissioner Gillespie.
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner Bowen. Any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Judge.
Sheriff.
Thank you.
Item number 10, Timothy Gutierrez, juvenile detention. Discuss and take appropriate action concerning personnel. New employee Brian Daniel Ibarra, position to be juvenile supervision officer, Tier 3. Pay rate to be $21.11 hourly. Salary budget area 139-400-403. Start date will be August the 20th, 2025. Physical and drug tests are pending.
Good morning. Just trying to fill in the ranks a little bit here and there. We have a couple of candidates that we want to go ahead and move forward with after interviewing them.
We have a motion?
So moved.
Motion made by Commissioner Bowen,
Second.
seconded by Commissioner Pavelic. Any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries. Next, new employee Mario Cruz, position be juvenile supervision officer, Tier 3. Pay rate will be $21.11 hourly. Salary budget area 139-400-403. Start date will be August the 20th, 2025. Physical and drug tests are pending.
Same thing as well, gentlemen.
Motion made by Commissioner Riley. Seconded by Commissioner Pavelic. Any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries. Next, we have new employee Miranda Jo Gaitan. Position to be Juvenile Supervision Officer, Tier 3. Salary may be $21.11 hourly. Salary budget there is $039,400,562. Start date will be August 20th, 2025. Physical and drug tests are pending.
That will be the same thing as well.
So moved.
Motion made by Commissioner Gillespie, seconded by Commissioner Riley. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries. Next, existing employee Trent Stark. Position will be part-time control technician. Pay rate will be $12 hourly. Salary budget there is $039,400,406. Start date will be 8/12/2025. Current employee.
Yes, sir, this is a current employee with us. He was a JSO and he's wishing to move to part-time to increase his quality of life.
So moved.
Motion made by Commissioner Gillespie.
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner Bowen. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Item number 11, Rural Development, Brittany Van Kuren, discuss or take appropriate action concerning approval or denial of the right-of-way permit for City Public Service Energy on Lucky Road in Precinct 2. Ms. Van Kuren?
Good morning.
Good morning.
They are laying a new, installing new poles in the county right-of-way, and they are asking for our permission, and they've met everything we've asked for in our office, so we recommend approval.
So moved.
Motion made by Commissioner Bowen,
Second.
seconded by Commissioner Gillespie. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries. Item number 12, Brittany Van Kuren, Rural Development. Discuss or take appropriate action concerning approval or denial of the road board permit for Spectrum Gulf Coast LLC on Post Oak Road in Precinct 2. Ms. Van Kuren?
Yes, sir, they're extending their fiber line to a specific property, so they're running in a very small area in that, on that road, but they've met all of our requirements. We recommend approval.
So moved.
Motion made by Commissioner Bowen,
Second.
seconded by Commissioner Gillespie. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries. Item number 13, Brittany Van Kuren, Rural Development. Discuss or take appropriate action concerning approval or denial of right-of-way permit for Spectrum Gulf Coast LLC on Post Oak Road in Precinct 2.
Yes, sir, it's the exact same project as above. One's just they're doing a road bore and right-of-way, so we had to do two different items.
So moved.
Motion made by Commissioner Bowen. Seconded by Commissioner Pavelic. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries. Item number 14, Brittany Van Kuren, Rural Development. Discuss or take appropriate action regarding the approval or denial of the final plat for E. Pacheco Addition located off Atascosa County Road 101 in Precinct 4. Ms. Van Kuren?
Yes, sir, Mr. Pacheco is just dividing his property for sale, and he's met all of our requirements, and we recommend approval.
Motion made by Commissioner Riley. Seconded by Commissioner Pavelic. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries. Item number 15, Brittany Van Kuren, Rural Development. Discuss or take appropriate action concerning approval or denial of the certificate of exception for Pleasanton Oaks LLC on Timber Creek and Shell Road in Precinct 4. Ms. Van Kuren?
Yes, sir. This one, it has come to us before with some, but we had some concerns regarding safety and entrance onto Shell Road. The way that they're proposing it currently definitely addresses that issue. So these are very large lots with a lot of frontage to allow for the safety of ingress and egress into these lots. So we recommend approval for this.
Motion made by Commissioner Riley. Seconded by Commissioner Pavelic. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries. Item number 16, Brittany Van Kuren. Discuss or take appropriate action concerning changing the road name of Timber Creek Road to Shell Road in Precinct 4. This area of Timber Creek Road currently falls between Shell Road and County Road 422 before it turns into County Road 431, and it'll appear on all county maps as Shell Road from South US Highway 281 to the intersection of County Road 422 effective immediately. So, real quick, before she starts, I was questioning this myself. And I was like, what? So we went over the maps, looked at it. It's just a short section that's named off of. Yeah, let's put this up so we can get everybody clarified at home and everything else. And how this happened, I really don't know.
So when the Timber Creek subdivision, which is on the side of Shale that's actually closer to 281, was created, the plat for that shows the road beyond it being called Timber Creek Road. And I worked with the appraisal district, I worked with the county clerk's office. We could not find anything that ever said that that changed from Shale Road. It has been referred to as Shale Road in other court documents that have happened over the years, but technically, legally on paper, it is still Timber Creek. So given the new splits that are happening and the new addresses and everything that are going to be going in that place, we wanted to make that cleaner. There's already 2 different road names for that road between Shale Road and County Road 431, so we wanted to clean up Timber Creek and make it all be Shale Road, as everyone already knows it to be.
So currently, there is no addresses on Timber
Correct.
Road? It's
Correct.
gonna be-
This
okay.
has no effect on anybody living out there. This isn't going to change anything for any residents. There's nothing right now on Timber Creek.
Okay, question I have on the plat we just approved, is it showed as Shell Road, or is it showed as Timber Creek on the one we just approved?
It's just the exception. So, but the layout of that exception, the certificate of exception does show Shale.
Okay.
So moved.
Motion made by Commissioner Riley,
Second.
seconded by Commissioner Pavelic. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Item number 17, County Clerk Teresa Carrasco, discuss and take appropriate action concerning accepting proposal quotes from CoFile for de-acidification, encapsulation, and binding of books. Ms. Carrasco.
Yes, this is a project to redo some books that are in real bad condition. It's a 2-year project, and I ask that y'all approve this. They will request half on the day of pickup, which will be this year, and the next will be budgeted for next year.
So moved.
Motion made by Commissioner Bowen,
Second.
seconded by Commissioner Riley. Is there any further discussion?
It's a Gillespie, sorry.
I'm sorry, Commissioner Gillespie, don't look alike. I-
I'm gonna have to move.
Let me qualify that. Motion made by Commissioner Bowen, seconded by Commissioner Gillespie. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries. I apologize to both of y'all. Item number 18, Teresa Carrasco, County Clerk, discuss and take appropriate action of approval of Commissioners Court minutes for June 2025. Ms. Carrasco?
Yes, I sent those out last week, and I ask for your approval on those.
I'll move.
Motion made by Commissioner Pavelic,
Second.
seconded by Commissioner Riley. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries.
Thank you.
Item number 19, Justin Vasquez with IT and Commissioner Gillespie. Discuss and take appropriate action concerning accepting a proposal from Totalcom to provide low-voltage cabling services for the tax office in addition to the amount of $29,357.88 and authorizing county judge to sign a contract.
Morning.
Good morning.
So this quote we got from Totalcom is strictly for the new addition part of the tax office renovation to run cabling for networking and also to prepare the network room for the expanded ports we're going to need. And it's also prepping for the renovation of the existing site as well, but the main part of it is going to be for the addition. And this came up after the fact. It just wasn't in the plans of the contract, or the general contract.
Move for approval.
Motion made by Commissioner Gillespie,
Second.
seconded by Commissioner Bowen. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries. And next item is number 20, Justin Vasquez with IT. Discuss and take appropriate action concerning personnel. Existing employee James Heckler, position IT technician, pay rate to be increased to $24.52 an hour. Salary budget area 012-476-4002. Start date would be August 11th, 2025. Current employee.
Jamie has been doing really well since we hired him on in October. He's been a big help to me and also as a mentor to Bernie. And he's just been able to cover for me when I've needed to be out. So I recommend approval on this.
Motion made by Commissioner Gillespie, seconded by Commissioner Riley. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries. Next, we have existing employee,
Bernardine.
Fernandez Marino, IT technician, increase to $24.52 an hour. Salary budget area 012-476-402. Start date will be August 11th, 2025. Physical and drug test, current employee.
Bernie's come a long way since the beginning of the year, and I'm thankful for him, and he's he gets up and goes whenever I ask him to go do something. He's a runner, and so I just think he's doing a really great job, and I just want to increase him a little bit.
So moved.
Motion made by Commissioner Gillespie. Second. Seconded by Commissioner Riley. Any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Vasquez. Item number 21, HR Department, Kayla Fournier, discuss or take appropriate action concerning employee handbook revisions recommended by the Policy and Procedure Committee on August 6, 2025. Ms. Fournier?
Good morning. Our Policy and Procedure Committee met on August 6th, and we had some employee concerns about some of the policies in the handbook, so we revisited those. The first one on the list that we added was 1C5 county building audio and video usage. We added this policy to the handbook, which was an issue that was brought to us by a neighboring county. So we went ahead and added that verbiage in. It's just basically stating where audio and video may be used in a county building, who is authorized to use those or have access to those footages, and then who has authority to use that footage. The second one was 2A6 timesheets. It was just overlooked for the Public Defender's Office attorneys, so we just added them back to being exempt from the Time Clock Plus program. The third one is 2A13, overtime authorization by a county commissioner. We changed the title on that one. It had elected officials on it, but that one was geared for the county commissioners, so we just removed any elected official statements from the policy. The next one is 2B4, vacation buyback. We revised it to include that the transition vacation hours are not eligible to be bought back. They have to be used within that transition period, which is January 1st to the date of their anniversary date of this year. And we revised the schedule for when they can request a vacation buyback. Can be at any point in their anniversary date year, and they have to request it within 30 days, and then it'll be on that check of when they were requesting it. And then the last one is 2B5, which was our sick leave. We just added a statement that sick leave will cease to accrue when an employee becomes eligible and is approved for a leave of absence under FMLA. You have to have hours worked during a month, so that's the purpose of that statement. And just looking for approval to add those to the handbook.
There's been a motion made by Commissioner Riley.
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner Pavelic. Is there any further discussion? There's been a lot of discussion in policy and procedure trying to get some stuff where everybody's on the same page. I believe there's been a lot of work put into this. It's a lot of detail, a lot of thinking outside the box, and a lot of corrections from past that not everybody's going to be happy with all these changes. Let's just qualify that right now. We all talked about this. We all beat the brown bag to death. I mean, it was a lot of discussion, especially some of the timing of things. And it's the consensus of the group overall that we move forward with the right thing. Down the road, we may make changes again. We may find out there's another issue, but I want to compliment that committee. They go through a lot. They put a lot of effort and time into it, a lot of thinking through it. We come back second and third time and talk about it, and it's definitely one of the most challenging positions we've had in this county, and I want to thank you for that. We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item number 22, Auditor Tracy Barrera, discuss and take appropriate action to accept and certify the donation received in Atascosa County Animal Control Shelter in the amount of $5,000 from Petco Love to provide support to the animal shelter clinics and amend the Atascosa County 2025 budget to increase the revenue account. Donations for 012-300-346 by $5,000 to receive the funds and increase the Atascosa County 2025 budget line item expense, veterinary services / clinics 012-478-508 account by the same amount, sorry. Help me with this, Ms. Barrera.
Yes, this is a grant, I guess you could call it a grant. They do this every year. They pick a location and they give a donation. So when the money came in, I did talk to Sarah. This is where she would like to use this. That way they can do more at the clinics, and just want to accept and certify this $5,000.
Move for approval.
Motion made by Commissioner Gillespie. seconded by Commissioner Bowens. Any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries. Thank you, ma'am. Item number 23, Molly Solis, County Attorney, Brittany Van Kuren, Rural Development. Discuss and take appropriate action to approve the amendments to the order prohibiting dumpsters within the public right-of-way of Atascosa County, Texas. Ladies?
Good morning. We met as a committee last week. Brittany with Rural Development has so graciously volunteered to assist with this process of addressing dumpsters in the county right-of-way. We've made some amendments to the order prohibiting the dumpsters in the county right-of-way in order to make it more workable for all entities as well as the citizen or entity that owns the dumpster. If Brittany wants to speak as to what her office will complete prior to the individual being summoned before Commissioner's Court, and then I'll speak to that.
You have the proposed procedures in front of you. They were printed and placed on the podium this morning. What we are recommending as the procedure for this is a commissioner, his crew, or my department is there out and observe, or neighbor complaints, that happens as well, observes a dumpster in the county right-of-way. They bring it back to us, and we will send both a certified and regular mail letter to that resident so that we have a paper trail of trying to reach out to them to say, hey, you're out of compliance. You have 10 business days to contact our office and start the correction process. At least begin communication with us. If we still don't get anything within those 10 business days, we will refer it to the precinct constable to try to hand deliver a letter to them. And if that fails, again, sending it certified in regular mail. If still after those additional 10 business days from the second letter, there's still no contact made, then at that point it will be referred back to the county attorney's office and start the procedure from there. In the meantime, we will also be reaching out to the waste management companies themselves. If y'all can help me with who the big players are in that would help tremendously. But we will be reaching out to them as well so that they are aware of this. We're going to call it a new order since we're correcting it and getting it published in the paper so that they are aware of the order. They understand that they are going to be getting calls from their residents. They need to start proactively correcting this and moving forward. So we're tackling it from all the different angles that we can.
Motion made by Commissioner Pavelic, seconded by Commissioner Riley. Is there any further discussion?
Yes, sir, I've got one. At the back of this, it has a effective date of, and it's blank. I think before we vote on it, we need to have a date of mine.
Right. So we had talked before about it needing to be published 2 weeks in the newspaper. So we were the committee was considering requesting an effective date of September 1st. That gives us time to do that, and also to send notices to the waste management companies, the entities providing the dumpsters, so they can start their process of moving them. And again, we will work with landowners to get the word out and not necessarily jump to bringing them to Commissioner's Court, but if they are not working with us, then that's where the process ends, is here in front of you. And then if they're held in contempt, you could order the dumpster be removed at their expense. You can hold them in contempt and fine them. It's all in the order, and this order would be repealing the last order. So this is our dumpster in the right-of-way prohibition order going forward.
Can I make a suggestion? And y'all can, I'm willing to do whatever. I don't have to deal with them like y'all do, but I think once the dumpster companies find out, they're gonna scramble to try to get them all moved and get things done. I don't think 2 weeks is enough time, to be honest with you. Just my opinion. I think we need to give them a month, if anything. That's my opinion, but whatever y'all decide to do.
It's up to you.
I think the purpose behind the September 1 date, just from how it was presented to us, is the current concern of the dumpsters that are currently in right-of-ways or that are causing a problem. So that's where if we go effective September 1, that doesn't mean that we are going to start dragging people before y'all in the first meeting of September. That means that, hey, as of September 1, these dumpsters aren't allowed in the county right of way. Y'all need to start making movements on this and or communicating with us. And that was kind of how we started. So we at least had a jumping off point of being able to send letters to the current violators and to those waste management companies to get that started. If y'all want to push it later than September 1, that is perfectly fine. We were just trying to move as efficiently as we could to deal with the current violations the commissioners were dealing with.
Whatever y'all decide.
Makes no difference to me as long as we have a date to fill the blank.
I agree with that.
We're off kilter again, so.
My only concern is somebody comes in and says, well, we had 2 weeks, and they still haven't picked theirs up, and what's gonna happen to that, and how come they're not fine, and we were gonna get shoved into? I just think we ought to give them enough leeway, so, you know, that's just my opinion, whatever y'all decide. What date do y'all wanna use?
There's a committee, I would say they need to discuss that.
What date do y'all wanna use?
The committee had discussed September 1.
I'm sorry?
The committee had landed on September 1, but we were
September
bringing
1,
it to you.
okay. So that's your motion, September 1, put in the, okay. Motion made and seconded all, for use of September 1 meeting included in the motion. Any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries. Thank you. Next item we have number 24, Tracy Barrera, Auditor, discuss and take appropriate action to approve the disposal and removal of inventory of 20 Express Touch election equipment that has served its useful life. ES&S will pick up the equipment, dispose equipment with no fee to the county. Ms. Barrera?
Yes, I'm just seeking approval so we can get these pieces of equipment out of election storage area. They have no useful life. ES&S will pick them up and dispose of them for us at no cost.
So moved.
Motion made by Commissioner Gillespie.
Second?
Seconded by Commissioner Bowen. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries. It brings me to a question. Who do we have, who's our records management keeper now?
John.
Do we know?
John Broccoli?
John is? Okay. All right. And I guess he knows about this? Okay. I'm just trying to find out who our record management is. I didn't know who it was. Yes, sir.
There is no election data stored on these machines at all. There never
Oh,
will.
okay, okay. So there's nothing to do with this with the records? Okay. Item number 25, Commissioner Gillespie, Alamo Area Council of Governments, discuss and take appropriate action to approve the interlocal agreement between Atascosa County and the Alamo Area Council of Governments, ACOG, for continued participation in the 911 Public Safety Answering Point, PSAP, Services Program for fiscal year 2026 and beyond. Commissioner?
Thank you, Your Honor. The 911 that's located at the Sheriff's Department is funded through the Alamo Area Council of Government, and this is just an extension for another year of use. Seek approval.
Make a motion?
Well, I think one of them need to. I can't.
Okay. Made by Commissioner Riley, seconded by Commissioner Pavilic. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries. Item number 26, myself and Curtis Vickers discuss and take appropriate action on the county's infrastructure project monthly report. Morning, Mr. Vickers.
Morning, Judge. Morning, Commissioners. Well, as everybody can see on the tax office and Sheriff's Department, there is now visible progress being made. Sheriff's Office addition, actually over the weekend, they got the roof completed and installed. The framing is being completed the next day or so on the interior. Exterior sheathing and wrap are going up right now, and the RTUs, the rooftop units, are set to be set this week probably. We've got on the schedule the paving for the 18th of this month, but if they can get it done sooner, they will. At that point, then we will go ahead and stripe it, and we've discussed between Integrity and DRG that we'll get it certified so that they can go ahead and start using it immediately. And Integrity still has a turnover date of October 1 to us. They're sticking to that. On the tax office, the stucco's been completed, the masonry work has begun, the interior is completely drywalled, textured, ready for paint, and cabling. We are still pending prices for the recent changes we discussed due to the issues we found with the transaction windows. And that's also kind of holding up getting a timeline. It's either we're going to do it or we're not. So that's going to change that timeline quite a bit. And then once the interior is finished, we'll get them moved over and move on to the next phase of the remodel part.
Curtis, I know the story, but can you emphasize to the commissioners whether we're gonna do it or not, what that means? But I know you and I know, but they don't.
Yeah, the transaction windows as they were, of course, originally had just the counters with the countertop, and then they installed the bulletproof glass and panels. We didn't find out until we tore out the wall between Ms. Holly's old office and those transaction windows that there's no structure behind it. The bulletproof glass in that wall was just sitting on top of the countertop, a Formica countertop at that. So the only thing we can do is either we leave it like it is, because in order to change out the countertop and put in the granite that we called for in the remodel, we would have to tear down that upper wall anyway. The option is to tear it all out, reframe the entire thing with a wall, install the panel, the bulletproof panel as it should be, put in the bulletproof glass, and then we're good for our countertops. So basically, the entire transaction area would be remodeled, which we didn't call for in the original because nobody knew that there wasn't already a wall there. We assumed that it was all framed and structured like it should be.
Yeah, so that's, to Ms. Barrera's little rubbing her fingers here, that would be what we're waiting on for the pricing, would be what they're coming back with to readjust the figures to do that addition change out, or leave that like it is and just go forward with the 5 windows?
Yeah.
That are one that's currently down and then
Sorry, four new ones.
4 new ones, right.
Okay, 2 things. One, no matter what, I mean, if there is a change, we've got to get that approved through court.
Right.
And this would probably be outside of what we've approved, so
Right.
we would have to, it would not be able to come out of the original because I don't think we have that much leeway.
That's correct.
So just make sure that,
And all parties are aware of that. I've spoke with them they're aware of where we stand with the funds, where we come up with the money for that project, and what we're up against is having to bring it back to the courts. Spoke with Ms. Holly about it, and she's on board with just saying, for now, if we need to, leave it as that originally was, and then just moving forward with the 4, and then that 1 window would be in a kind of a transition period. Going forward with those 4 new ones, with the ADA window, it's just a hurry up and wait. We're kind of waiting around right now on that particular incident, but again, remodels, we know what we're getting into, and that's fuzzy math. So that's just.
so if we do go through that process, how much time are they adding? Did they give an estimate?
So let me, going back on that, okay, this is what kind of brought that up, the time frame. As the judge is aware, he was in on this conversation. To do that, the whole external change out, you almost need to just shut the tax office down rip it out and put it back in as quick as we can. He nor I are feeling the love that we need to shut the tax office down, if you would, because that just causes a lot of chaos. That's where we got into how do we do this and what do we need to look at. What we're afraid of is if we do this renovation that we're looking at, and we don't do the full front counter, the constituents are going to look at it and say, I just did a renovation, why is it 2 years later now you're doing a renovation again? And so we're trying to eliminate that, but it's a broken puzzle is what we're working on, and we're trying to figure out the pieces.
Don't really know till we got into where the problem
Right,
came in. And so it's a situation where, again, Commissioner Glessman, I talked to Ms. Holly, said, we can't shut this thing down. We just can't. That's our revenue stream. So we've made a proposal to where we can shift the windows around so we can keep it open and make it happen. But it's a lot of money, but it's not a lot of money to do it right the first time.
Right, okay.
And the only other thing we are adding is Pony Wallace Division like little half walls between workstations and that, so I don't know if anybody's gone and looked at the electrical situation over there. This will give them adequate outlets and data cables on each
Would that all be on the
workstation.
same change order?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
And when do you think you'll have that ready to submit?
They told me they should have, they may have it in the next day or two. I'm gonna go after here and talk to the contractor and see where we're at with that. Davis was also out last week on vacation, so if they got anything to him, he just hadn't gotten it out.
Stay in touch with Tabitha and Jessica, because we're gonna be having some meetings to keep it moving, okay?
Yes, sir. Anything else?
Anything else to add today? You done? Okay. All right, thank you, sir. No action to be taken on this item. Number 27, myself, update and take appropriate action concerning judges, commissioners, and other county elected officials, training course certifications, record any hours or certificates into Commissioners Court minutes, and other documents not related to education needs to be filed with the court records. County Clerk Teresa Carrasco has completed 25 hours of continuing education at the 2025 Region 8 County and District Clerk Spring Meeting and the 2025 130th Atascosa Annual County and District Clerks Association of Texas Conference.
So moved.
Motion made by Commissioner Gillespie,
Second.
seconded by Commissioner Bowen. Any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries. All right, at this time, it is 9:41. Regular session of Atascosa County Commissioners Court will now recess in order to convene an executive session according to the Texas Government Code 551.071, consultation with attorney, and 551.074 to discuss personnel matters. A, discuss updates on pending litigation matters, and B, discuss and consider presentation by HR Department and County Attorney on complaint alleging violations on the County Personnel Handbook at the JP4 building by employees and Justice of the Peace, Rusty Pacifica. At this time, we're adjourned to executive session. Okay, it is 11:13 a.m. Atascosa County Commissioners Court is reconvened back into regular session. No action was taken in executive session. And so, under item number 30, discuss and take appropriate action concerning items discussed in executive session. Item A, discuss, consider updates on pending litigation matters. We don't have any action, is that correct, Ms. Solis? Okay, item B, discuss and consider presentation by HR Department and County Attorney on complaint alleging violations of the County Personnel Handbook at JP4 Building by employees and Justice of Peace Rusty Pacifica. Do we have a motion?
Your Honor, court addressed the policy issue with Judge Pacifica. Those section numbers were 1B8, 1C4, and 1B9. Motion was made for a written reprimand to be placed in his HR file.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Bowen and seconded by Commissioner Gillespie. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries. Okay, we're going to go back to item 20 and clarify a couple of things. I want to make sure we're right, so the auditor has it right. Item 20, Justin Vasquez, IT, discuss and take appropriate action concerning personnel. The names are James Heckler and Fernandin Marino, and the pay amount is $24.52 for James Heckler and $23.56 for Fernandin Marino. That needs to be corrected in the minutes. So do you agree to that? Both of y'all?
Your
Okay.
Honor, I made the motion on it, so I'll accept that.
Okay. Motion made by Commissioner Gillespie to make the corrections. Seconded by Commissioner Riley. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries. Okay, now we're item number 31, discuss and take appropriate action to approve any invoices and payroll. We have payroll of claim number 37 in the amount of $99,950.75. I'm sorry, these are out of order. Let me start over. Claim number 34, $799,590.08. Claim number 35 is $58.89. Claim number 36 is $792,537. And claim number 37 is $99,950.75.
Move for approval.
Motion made for approval of the payroll by Commissioner Gillespie.
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner Bowen. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries. Any invoices that we have? Ms. Brewer?
Yes.
Okay. Did I not have them? Okay. So. You want us to approve them based on your recommendation? I'm fine with that. Do we have a motion to approve the invoices?
You want to read the, yeah, I'll make the motion.
Okay, this is under item number 31, invoices and payroll.
Yes.
Motion made for pay the invoices that the auditor has. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Paveletti. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor? That motion carries. Item number 32, discussion review all action reports submitted. We don't have any reports at this time. And item number 33, comments from Commissioners Court. No action can be taken. Next Commissioners Court meeting, it says to be set for August 25th, but we will have a budget hearing on, y'all put this on your calendars, please. Monday, August 18th at 9 a.m., Thursday, August 21st at 9 a.m., and also a budget hearing on, right now scheduled for Monday, August 25th at 9 a.m. Those will be the three next budget hearings. We believe we'll have calculations from the tax office, hopefully tomorrow, and we can get some of this stuff weathered through. We're going to try to have it completed no later than September.
What was those dates again, Judge?
Sorry?
What were those dates in August?
Monday, August the 18th at 9 a.m., Thursday, August the 21st at 9 a.m., and Monday, August the 25th at 9 a.m. Commissioners have any comments?
I have none, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay, after this, we'll have a post-juvenile board meeting. This time it is